Bore boys and girls, or Prin Houndar for those of you watching this afternoon. So it's Miss Bushell here from Year 1 and I am going to be taking today's assembly. And today's assembly is all about the celebration of Sukkot. So let's find out. God talked about a holiday that all nations will celebrate together. Do you know what this may be? Do you know which celebration this may be? Un munud siarad I bartner. Diolch for sharing. Boys and girls, when I thought about a holiday that we celebrate as a nation together, the first thing that popped into my head was Christmas or Easter. However, it is actually the Harvest Festival. Now, I know we wore non-school uniform on a Wednesday and we brought in different types of food to donate to Raven's House charity. So let's have a little chat about Harvest Festival. So what do we know about Harvest Festivals? And are there any harvest songs you like to sing? I know that Miss Atherton has been teaching you during our singing assemblies, and I also know that we learnt a lot from Mr. Hayward's class assembly last week as well. So un munud siarad I bartner, what do you know about harvest festivals? Diolch for sharing. I guess that you came up with lots of lovely ideas in your class and that you have learned lots over the past week. We are going to learn about Sukkot. Sukkot is a harvest festival celebrated by people who belong to the Jewish faith. This is the special Jewish sign. It is called a Star of David. What is Sukkot? Jewish people sometimes use a language called Hebrew. Some of their prayers are in Hebrew and their special book called the Torah. It is written in Hebrew. Sukkah is a Hebrew word for a kind of hut or tent. The festival of Sukkot is a time to remember how thousands of years ago the Jewish people wandered to the desert trying to find a place to live. Along the way, they built tents out of palm leaves and branches to live in. Sukkot is celebrated during the autumn. It lasts for 7 days. So let's have a look at how it is celebrated. To get ready for Sukkot, people start to build a sukkah. A sukkah must have at least 3 walls. These walls can be made out of anything. However, people often use wood, cloth, brick, metal, or stone. I wonder why they use these types of materials. Can you think of any reasons why? The roof of Sukkah must be things found on the ground, such as plant, grasses, or branches. How is Sukkot celebrated? So Jewish people spend as much time as possible in their sukkah ready for the entire week of Sukkot. They eat all their meals in the sukkah and say a prayer of thanksgiving for Sukkot. The 4 kinds. So let me explain a little bit about the 4 kinds. So as part of the Sukkot celebrations, Jewish people use something called the 4 kinds. A flower called myrtle, a willow branch, a palm branch, and a fruit like a lemon. So people take the 4 kinds, say a special prayer over them, and wave them right, left, forwards, up, down, and backwards. During Sukkot, people don't go to work or school for 2 whole days. They also go to this special place called a synagogue, where they pray. Some of you might have been to a synagogue. They light candles and eat special food, including dipping bread in honey. In minute, charity partner, can you think of any similarities or differences to the way in which we celebrated harvest or the way in which we celebrate harvest? Diolch for sharing. Okay, so I popped a little clip of a Lego animation on the end here. So teachers, it is up to you if you'd like to watch this clip. It's only 4 minutes long, but it's a nice animation that shows how Sukkot and explains how Sukkot is also celebrated. Okay, so it's the end of assembly, boys and girls. Diolch for listening, and it's now time to say the school prayer together. So hands together and eyes closed. Diolch I ti am I byd. Diolch am I ffrindiau I gyd. Amen. Diolch for listening, boys and girls. It's been lovely to join you for today's assembly. I hope you have learnt a little bit more about the celebration Harvest Festival Sukkot and how it is celebrated in the Jewish faith. I hope you enjoy the rest of the week and have a lovely day today. Diolch yn fawr.